In this video, for lesson 12.2, we're going over example 3. Now, example 3 is really nice to take a look at to see the comparison between simple interest and simple discount. So if you haven't gotten it up to this point, this really does a good job of finding out the difference between the two. So we're going to do a comparison here for simple interest and simple discount. Alright, so let's say for this example here that we're going to use I equals PRT, and then for the bank discount we're using MDT equals B. And let's say the principal is $7,500 and we have a discount or a simple interest rate of 12% and then 90 over 360 for our time. And let's do the same thing to the other side. %, 90 over 360. Now we calculate this out, we're going to end up getting the same thing, 225. Alright, this is where it begins to change. What about find the amount actually received by the borrower in each case? Well, for simple interest, that's easy. We know what they're going to get. The principal is the same thing as face value. So when they sign to get the loan, they would end up getting the $7,500. That's the principal. That's the face value in all this. But for a simple discount, it's different because they're getting proceeds. They're not getting principal. So we're taking the maturity minus the discount. So we're taking the 7,500, we're subtracting the 225, and the proceeds would end up being $7,275. Now, letter B, find the amount actually received by the borrower. Again, simple interest, they get the entire amount of the principal, but for simple discount, they're getting proceeds, write that in there, proceeds, which would end up being they'd be getting a check of $7,275. Alright, let's look at the next part here. So what is the maturity value for each note? Well, for simple interest, to find maturity value, we would just add the principal plus interest. So the $7,500 plus the $225, our maturity value would end up being $7,725. We've done that before. Now, again, simple interest, simple discount. Now the maturity value for simple discount, maturity value, face value. Again, this is where sometimes the terms interchange, so it's a little bit confusing. But mature value equals the face value. So the mature value is $7,500. So let's look at this again. We calculated the bank discount to be $225. And then from there, we calculated what is the amount received by the borrower, which is $7,275. So then the maturity value at the end of the loan of these 90 days, you would take the proceeds plus the bank discount with $225, and so we'd have $7,500. So this just gives a comparison between the two. In this first part here, this talks about interest. Second part talks about the amount received. And then in the third part, it talks about maturity. And again, the reason we're going through this part is to really give a comparison between simple interest and simple discount. That is the end for example 3.